back of the times. Xavi Simeone kills United's last shot of salvation. Back of the mirror. Loddy hell. United's drought stretches to 6 seasons. Back of the mail. It's all gone wrong. It's no silverware again as United knocked out of the Champions League. You touched on it in the first section. They gave it a good go, didn't they, United?
Yeah,
because
they
they lacked that clinical edge in the final third.
It's amazing, one result, and now you're thinking, all right, what's going to happen there now? What's going to happen come the end of the season? Is he going to keep his job? Is he going to get an extended contract? Is he off? Is Poch coming in? Is he coming into Spurs? Is Conte going to United? All these different permutations now.
Sore one, I'll tell you what. I must admit, I fancied him actually. I thought they might have done enough to get through. But no, it's a big disappointment. And I think there'll be massive changes at the end of the season, not just manager. I think there'll be massive changes in personnel.
Well, they've got to finish fourth now, haven't they?
Yep.
That is a must. They have to finish fourth.
Got to. And that's a tough ask. I think former Arsenal right now. It's going to be a tough ask.
I know Arsenal got some tough games coming up, Samal, but, Arsenal in the box seat at this moment in time. I wouldn't say they can only throw it away, but you'd certainly be in their position rather than anybody else's, West Ham's or Spurs and indeed United. So they've got to finish fourth.
They do. Chelsea guys are across all of the back pages. Yeah, they're playing in the Champions League this evening. But this story is across the majority of the newspapers. Chelsea have withdrawn its request to play its FA Cup tie with Middlesbrough behind closed doors. They asked for the tie at the Riverside Stadium to be played behind closed doors after the government sanctioned against Roman Abramovich meant it was unable to sell new tickets to home and away matches. The Stamford Bridge Club said it should be played behind closed doors for matters of sporting integrity, a request that Middlesbrough described as ironic in the extreme. Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy reacted to the news on the Sports Bar last night.
I was embarrassed by it. I couldn't believe what I was reading. And then you start to grasp the situation that this is actually real. It was a mistake. The club admitted it was a mistake. It was a turnaround very quickly, but I get the criticism. I understand the criticism. As I said,
can't afford to make mistakes right now, though.
The only logical reason I can think behind it, and this is not an excuse, the only logical reason I can give is that they want to try and make a little bit of noise to get the government to shift, to allow tickets to be sold, keeping the sanctions one part on the owner, sanctions one part, but the running of the club the other. And I think that there's no balance right now. There's no balance.
Yeah, but if they're trying to get them to sell tickets, Chase, then they're going to be there's a profit in that.
Yes, that's what I mean. But keep the sanctions one side. So Roman's not going to receive any of those profits. He's not going to pocket any of that money. That's the fear. And I get the sanction, and the sanction's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
What is not the right thing to do right now is to strangle the club, and that's what's happening. Somewhere there's got to be balance. There's no balance, and I felt for Middlesbrough because this is, Chelsea fans are being hurt on this.
Well, look, again, I don't want to get political. I don't want to talk about Ukraine. It's horrendous what's going on. But you can't blame Middlesbrough here. Middlesbrough want this game to be played, and it should be played.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely, 100%. Nothing to do with Middlesbrough. Absolutely nothing to do with Middlesbrough. So they deserve the game to go ahead in the manner that suits them. So, yeah, I can understand the point the boys are making. It was slightly ironic and embarrassing, I felt, for Chelsea to come out and ask that question. But thankfully, they redeemed themselves kind of quickly.
What they've got to do, listen to Jason there, but, privately behind the scenes, they've got to be talking to the club, saying,
100%.
Where do we go from here?
100%.
This is a club handed down generations of fans. You can't hammer the supporters.
Correct.
It's not their fault what's happening.
The same way, Alan, we're talking about this particular cup tie, saying it's not Middlesbrough's fault, it's not Middlesbrough's issue at all. At the same time, the problem with Chelsea, you can't be punishing the supporters, you can't be punishing the people that work within the club. It's nothing to do with them, it's not their fault, and unfortunately at this moment in time they're victims as well.
And it's not the players' fault either,
no,
is it?
Not far from it.
And also, guys, just one more before we break out. Just going to say, headline in The Sun this morning, mood swing. Saqib Gamble as Ollie fails fitness test. West Indies, England. Second test gets underway today. Live commentary on talkSPORT 2. Saqib Mahmood, the very talented Lancashire seamer, is going to make his test debut today, replacing Mark Wood. Very, very skillful bowler. Good with a new ball. Can get it to reverse swing. A skiddy type of bowler. Really excited to see him later on today. What? What are you shaking your head for?
I'm just going to look across the table there. I'm not sure Alan's sharing your enthusiasm.
Am I working with Malcolm Marshall here? Sam, you're a tube. 6:28.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.